She said, that would please me. But what you are doing now, it does not please me. This does not please me. Here, you want this one? Want this one? Want this one? She said, no, 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 no more. Take. Stop. Right there. She says, why are you doing that to me? But yes, I think you. I will get up like that. You're so cute. Do you like it like that? She says, yes, of course, you know what I like. She says, you know what I like? You're the lady that knows what I like. How many years? She's been with us like 8 years.
Yeah, it's been
Benny's with us 10. She's been with us 9, 10.
yeah.
And then we had Tucker and Artie,
Already.
13 years. Well, actually, Tucker was 6 months old when I got him. He was born December or November 14th is what we guesstimated. And so we didn't have him yet. I didn't get him until spring.
Yeah.
So he was freaking had a rough. They all had a rough life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's all we can do is help critters freaking just like live their lives. All critters, people included, you know, people are critters. We're just animals, you know, just like, why can't we just make it easy for everybody to be comfortable? You know it? Like, there's so many people out there that love animals. There's so many animals that need freaking a home, you know? Like, I want to see, like, in communities, rural communities like where I live, you know? Because there's such a strain on the stray hearts in town and stuff like that from just people that don't spay and neuter. It's just, you know, generations of not educating people that it's better for the animal not to let them have a bunch of litters,
Yeah.
and it's better for everybody not to let it go like that. So, but for the animals that exist already, have like community catios set up, you know, like community, like all over in the world, like where you can grab a cat, you know, and well, like catch it, you know, socialize it, somewhat rehabilitate, because I think that anything can be rehabilitated. I do believe that. Uh, believe it more and more the older I get. And just have like stations all over the community with, like, you know, out feral cats, outdoor cats, but they can't live out, but they have, like, you know, big like barns and places like that. And then people in the community go and on shifts, you know, as an integrity thing, go and feed them, you know, take turns, rotations, whatever, you know, and then, like, you know, get more animals adopted. And to see, because see what I'm seeing on social media and stuff is like people that ain't never had animals before, they're starting to get, they're getting animals, like they're finding a cat and they're like, wow man, cats are really a trip. Or they get a dog, oh wow man, who knew that dog, yeah, you know, that they got personalities of their own, because people have been, you know, it's like, I know a lot of time, like a lot of times people, like the parents don't want to take care of the animal, so they don't allow kids to get them because they know it's just going to fall back on them. They don't want to deal with, like, for cats, you know, changing the, and where I live, you don't let the cats out. There's no out. It's not. I mean, the cats that live around here, they I found out they sleep under the trailer. So like the heat, they're all warm because of the heat vents and stuff like that come up through. So they're good, and they got like places that they can bug out to and stuff like that, you know, and because there's freaking all kinds of eating things out there. There's so many different kinds of things so like it breaks my heart. People move to Taos and they come here and they have their rose colored glasses on, and they, you know, they're living in their bubble, and they came from wherever, and people have their ideas of grandeur, and then like the reality hits them of what things are like, you know. And there's a lot, and it's like you don't there you just don't have, you know, outdoor animals and stuff, like, you know, you bring them in at night. You just bring them in at night. and people are always losing their pets because they don't. That's how they have to learn that lesson, you know. And it's a hard lesson to learn. Life is about learning lessons, and so many life lessons are for me have been hard because I fought them, you know. I fought against myself and just succumbing to the lesson, and I've had a pretty interesting day, and I called today's talk Merciful. And hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things, and I'm trying to show up in life with a softer heart. I'm trying to remind my face to smile more often. Because when I don't, people get scared. And I got a much better smile than a scowl, although I got a pretty good scowl too. So, Merciful. I was thinking about that today. I did an experiment when I went into town because it's the holiday season and there's a lot of people from Colorado and Texas, all kinds of people from all kind. I always look at license plates, so there's a lot of people from out of state and in town, and it's just, you know, I'm just like, just go with the flow, you know. Don't you can't change it. They're fucking here, you know. Don't let it, you know, get all crazy and shit. It's just go, just get along, get along, Marjo. Just right, okay. So, go into town, stop off at the the flower shop, and they give you coffee away. That's their thing. It's coffee and cannabis. And usually I'll get a couple pre rolls, and then that lasts me freaking 2-3 days, right? Because I don't even like to smoke very much. I like to make my cookies, and I made cookies this morning that are pretty good. And then so these people, I'm back there getting my coffee, and these people come in, and they're like, they ask a couple questions, and they kind of stroll around and look around, and then they leave. And by the time I filled up my coffee, put a little bit of syrup in it, a little non-dairy creamer, mixed it up, walked over to the counter. I said, did they leave? And the guy said, yeah, tourists do that a lot here, because evidently there's a commercial on the radio, and it gives people a different impression of what the establishment is. They should probably correct that. They're going to just keep getting the same result over without, you know. But I guess they that was what the case was, is like it kind of, it's a coffee shop, and then they sell, you know, they sell CBD products, all kinds of stuff, you know, there. But I don't know, just like, really, nothing can't support local business, just nothing. All right. But you go to Starbucks in the grocery store and spend $8 on a freaking foofy coffee. Stuff is goofy. So Merciful, Marge, Merciful. So what got me on this kick is I was listening to this talk earlier with this dude from the Appalachians, Isaiah or something like that. He's not Amish, but he pretty much lives as the Amish do, and he's just got a real wholesome heart, and, you know. And he was telling stories about his interpretations of God as he understands it, good orderly, you know, and that's what he was saying. He was just like, you got to give people a break, you know. And I've had people say this throughout the years, and I hear it, and it lands on me, and then something happens, and I forget, and it goes away, and then I'll hear it. Oh yeah, you know, give people a break, cut them, you know, let everybody go, you know, stop, and I'll do things, like, especially, I went to the market today. I was looking for my buddy Marcy, and God, I just can't find that chick. And my hair is driving me crazy. Excuse me. And so I ran into this other gal. I can't remember her name. I did look at her name tag, but it's not a common name, so it doesn't stick in my head, and I didn't repeat it, or, like, I don't know. I'll say it a couple times, and then it'll land. But excuse me. The supermarket was particularly busy at the time I went, and there was a shorter line, but it was the circumstance was where it was like an older gentleman, and he had a very full cart, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So I went and stood behind him so I could talk to the lady at the register. That was the secondary reason. The primary reason, and that's what I told this guy, right? He's like, you only have three things. The guy was like in his 80s or something, you know? And he could have let me go ahead of him, right? I had three things. I got broccoli. I had, what did I get? I got broccoli, a big old thing of mixed nuts, and I can't remember even what the third thing is. So, but I said no. I said yeah. Oh no, that's what he said. You could go down to the self checkout. I said yeah, I could do that. I said, but we gotta. What did I say? Something to the effect is, but sometimes we gotta practice are those virtues that people are supposed to have, right? Like patience, isn't that one of the, they always said patience is a virtue? So how do people practice virtues? So that's what I do. And I told the man, I said, especially on days that I feel particularly like I'm in a big old hurry, you know? Days like that, that's when I'll do it on purpose. Is like I'll go and I'll stand in a line where I gotta wait. And then by the time I'm waiting in that line, if I have a bad attitude, usually I'll turn that around. And this guy's like, wow, that's a really great way to live. I'm always preaching everywhere I go, even though I only really go to like 3 places. I did not get to go. So anyway, that was pretty cool. I'm just trying to practice just being chill, because my insides, what happens is I know what it is every single time. It's always me. I get so, I, I'm always going like 100 miles an hour in my mind, inside my body. I'm just go 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 go. I'm high octane. and and so it's taken me a lot of years to learn how to be to calm myself, and to not try to get the world around me to match my insides, but to try, no matter what's going on, to keep my insides at a very chill baseline, because that's where the peace is for me. And this, I start getting worked up, I start getting excited, I start getting triggered, I start thinking about me instead of we, all this, gotta assess my attitude. And this guy was talking about mercy today, and how he's read in the Bible about how he's like, you make mistakes, like, because on times when people are less than kind and generous and patient with other people and tolerant with other people, just other people on the earth, right? Whenever that happens, and I think about like all the times that I just made such terrible decisions based on my ego and what I wanted to do, just being selfish and stuff like that, or just acting ugly because I was resentful, all those times that God was merciful with me, And if we are just little aspects, little glitter pieces off the freaking mirror ball of the universe, then it's our role, our responsibility is, to try and show up in a merciful way, give people cut them some slack, whether they deserve it or not. I'm not the judge and jury of who deserves, who gets the slack. Just give it to everybody. I always had AA sponsors that I would say all kinds of stuff like, I'd be like, they know how to push my buttons and stuff, people know how to push my buttons, and I'd be promptly reminded, why do you have buttons? You shouldn't have buttons. And then people, just I said that one. I said, so I'm just supposed to let anybody do whatever they want to me whenever they feel like it? Is that it? And their answer was, yeah, pretty much, and I disagree. So I don't know. I guess the older I get, the more I agree. So right before I started this talk, I was taking the dogs around for a walk. I had to wash my hand. I should have left all the dirt on my hand right here. But it was really funny. I had Artie, and we were on his leash, and over on the side over here, there's the water shutoff valve for the neighbor. And I know where it's at. I'm fully aware. But I wasn't really, I walk out and I was like having these epiphanies, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, I'll be gosh darn God, if it doesn't seem like you're really trying to tell me that I'm just supposed to love everything on this gosh darn earth. And as soon as I said gosh darn earth, my foot hit the PVC pipe that encases the water shutoff valve. There's a big old thing that goes like a, I don't know how to, like a brew bar or whatever, that it's square and it fits into the thing, but it just sits in there all the time. And I hit the frickin' PVC. I had Artie in my hand, and my feet both of them just instantly went out from underneath me. So I was standing like this, and then my feet just went bump, and then I just went down flat on my hands. But like, I didn't even land on my left hand. It was mostly my right, and there's like a little aqua cave, their little waterway that's out there. So it's like a mound. So I just went boom, and I hit real. I've been falling my whole life. I know how to fall. I just thought it was so funny because it happened right when I was like, God, it looks like you're wanting me to love every gosh darn thing on this earth. And then that was like, I went boom, right down on all fours. And I was like, okay, I get it. So let's just see if it stays, right? I try. I think the CBD oil helps. It is helping. This is day 3 that I've had it, and I only take, the drops are so small. They're smaller than like regular drops. It's just a boom, that's it. It's just a little tiny drop. The only thing about it is I hate the taste. I think it is really disgusting. I think cilantro oil is really gross too, but I gotta get some of that. It's okay, girl. This is a good girl. This is not in a mood. Is that one there? Should I move this one back here? Yeah? This is, oh, you know how I like it like that. And the prettiness. And the little squirrel. So, oh, I forgot. Mom and I got holiday loot. Holiday loot. Mom opened up the prettiest darn opal frickin' necklace yesterday. It's so pretty. She loves it. I show her in the mirror often. And then we're like, because we got a bunch of bags of loot, and then I don't open it. I don't know if she can jump up there, Ma. Here, baby girl. Here. Here, does this help? Come here. Want this one? Good girl. Here, get up here. You can jump up there. Anyway, I'll just mind my own business. So, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, cilantro oil, and I don't like the way it tastes. And I like CBD oil because that what happens is I have so much inflammation in my whole body that I mean my cookies help a lot, but those I mean I'm trying I already got I'm trying to keep everything straight, and it makes it hard sometimes. And that's why I like just the straight CBD, because because it doesn't mess with your thinking like THC can. And so this stuff is full spectrum, true hip science, and I just take a little drop in the morning, and then it takes off the inflammation because everything hurts so much. And then I show up in life. I was talking about that with someone today. Said I show up in life, and I'm just like, man, I'm already suffering, and then people have to bring their freaking personalities into situations that there's no place for their personality. It's just a transaction. Let's just do this. People got to bring their personalities into it, and their shit, and it gets annoying sometimes. you know uh, I just got to remember, just don't, if ever I feel like acting that way, just remember what it looks like, and know that I don't want to act that way. You know what I mean? A lot of my behavior is based on how I don't want to act. Believe it or not. Anyway, what else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, so that I think that's what happens with a lot of people in life, is that they're freaking suffering, they're hurting, and then they show up in life, and then somebody does something like cuts them off in traffic, or is just a jerk, or stand whatever it is that can just, it's like, oh God, one more reason why the freaking world is a terrible place, right? Well, we gotta be, as an individual, we gotta be the reason why the world doesn't suck, like, it is so, it is this one of the, it is so cool to act in a way, to see people's face. It's cool to see people's faces when you act in a way that they've never ever seen people act before, but when they see it in you, it reminds, oh, you know what, people, it's like gives them permission to imagine how generous and kind they can be, right? People are all closed off and staunchy, and got something to prove, and whole world's going crazy. And I think that's just because there's so much fear, they don't got no faith in their world, right? I mean, I see it all over. Like, I mean, there's always the fad that comes around, goes around, comes around. It's like what people, the ones that the in cities, they'll just randomly go and punch people in the face. It is the darndest thing. The way human beings treat, supposedly they're all human beings. I don't know. Maybe they're alien. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what the demons got running through them. Who just, it's not good orderly direction, because good orderly direction tells you not to put your hands on people. Don't be mean. Don't hit people. And another, God touched my heart again in a different kind of way. I saw a video. I never think I'm real stupid. I mean, I used to think I was stupid when I was a little girl, but then I found out I was smart. I will never ever think that I am like really super smart, because every day I come across things that I feel like I should already know that are really obvious to me, yet that they've been oblivious to me until I've had the eyes to see. And I saw this, and it didn't, and of all the see, because there are a lot of part of the aspects in life that I'm blind to because of how the environment that I grew up in and stuff like that. I've been on the violent side of it. But I did see a video earlier of like these two police officers went and did a welfare. This is down in Albuquerque. New Mexico needs freaking good orderly direction, man. New Mexico needs less gluttony and more good orderly direction. Even the churches and stuff, too much eating free meals, not enough freaking take those meals out into communities where the freaking people can't leave their house. The people are homebound, stuff like that. We need to see more of that stuff is what I'd like to see. And maybe I should just do it myself. Who knows? But so the video I watched and how heartbreaking it was. And so these two cops went in to do a welfare check on this 5-year-old boy, and at first the boyfriend was at the door, and he was kind of him hawing, and he had his dog there and stuff, and then it was like avoiding questions, and then the mom comes out and says, yeah, that's my son, I got his son. And they're like, well, we need to see him. And they and they were like kind of avoiding the whole kind of thing, and finally she lets him in, takes him to where the boy is. The woman cop picks up the kid, and she was just like, hey, can I see it? Come here and come out and sit. And he was under a blanket, 5 years old, right? And then she picks up the blanket, she just grabs the kid and just with the cop, and they just go out the door. Like, you know, dude, not every. I get that there's so many people on this planet that have been freaking raised in really cushy environments where you have your mom and dad or that loved each other and they're still married. I know I got people, and I went to high school with their parents have been married. My grandparents were married 50 something years. I mean, I get it, but I didn't grow up in that kind and loving environment like so many people, you always had utilities, huh? Wow, you must have been rich. And it was all to freaking appease the freaking court system. It's so retarded. But, so I didn't get to grow up in that real cushy environment and stuff like that. And so, I got a real special place in my heart for people that have just grown up through hell, that have lived through hell on earth, and then get to find a little bit of peace of mind through the hell that they've lived on earth. My heart goes out to I can relate to those folks, and a lot of people can't. They don't care and they don't want to, and it'll put a freaking damper on their time, and what a downer. And it's like people are like, oh God, you're Debbie Downer, you spoil everything, and oh so woe's me. Yeah, people that like, it's like, consider how the people feel that have lived through hell. People don't. They just don't. They don't. Rarely, not often. But everybody's a fucking empath, right? Okay. So, what was I talking? Oh, I'm getting tired. You getting tired, Ma? Yeah. Ma, I made freaking chicken fingers. And, I made chicken fingers and broccoli. I messed up the broccoli because I overcooked it. I'll do better next time. I think I'll do a bunch of greens. And then I don't like the gravy that it made. I started to show these, and then I was helping Luna. I opened these today. Check these out. I'm getting really back. I've loved cooking my whole entire life. But these are freaking sweet. These are so cool. And it has a tablespoon and a teaspoon, which is rad. I love this thing. It's I'm pretty blessed. I'm definitely pretty blessed. 7-piece utensil. Baltique. Marrakech collection inspired by the bright and bustling marketplaces of the Moroccan metropolis. Get good loot. Our Earth Angel gets good loot. Hi, pretty lady. You see what I got? I'm gonna whip up some good stuff with that, huh? Yeah. Mom ain't real good today. What else was I talking about, Mom? Oh yeah. And then that when the cop lady swooped up the kid. And the mom was like, whoa, wait. Like, where are you going with my, they like didn't even, they're like, lady, dude, stay back. It's like, no, you don't get this kid. She took him out to the car. She puts him in, she like clears, and then she like had to walk, the cop had to walk away and take a moment for herself. Cause this is all on her body cam, right? And she was just like, she was like, that kid, she's like, he had marks all over his body. He freaking, his eyes were swollen shut from being in black and blue and just beaten. And it's like, all these people out there just get ready for freaking, lie to your kid, tell him Santa Claus, you better be nice and not naughty because you won't get no presents. And I think about all of the fucking kids and the people on the planet that it's just like, why do fucking people give a shit about fucking Christmas, man? I haven't eaten in 3 days. All this stuff, but if you go to a church, a lot of people that need help aren't going to go to the place. You got to go to where the people are. Right? People don't want to be inconvenienced. And this is the season to be inconvenienced, isn't it? I am seeing people are getting less and less materialistic. Like they're trading in you getting tired, Ma? They're trading in like buying a bunch of stupid freaking presents that nobody gives a crap about. Like for families of just this. I like that white elephant thing where they can trade gifts and stuff like that. I don't know. It's always been me and Ma. I'm just a spectator on the planet. I don't really have any freaking personal investment in how people spend their time. I just have understood and learned throughout the years that when life is better for me, when I just don't live for myself, but when I live a life of active service. You know it? And I think I might go ahead and buy one of those suitcase freaking jumper start kit things. Because went today to the parking lot and there's a young man helping an older woman jump start her car. And I think that if I just like keep it charged and then when I go out, I'll take it with me. Because it's just easier to put it up and then freaking start it from the freaking battery pack deal. Because there's so many people. It's just winter is a killer for batteries, Electric batteries, too. Such a bad idea. I'm here to say it. It's a bad idea. Electric vehicles, they're like gimmicky. They're like cute. They're like freaking, you go to the grocery store. They have the little candy machines, right? And then mommy, can I have a quarter? Can I have a quarter? All right, whatever. Shut you up, you little varmint. put the quarter in, get the little tattoo, the little sticker, get the sticker, get the candy, get the whatever it is, that dopamine hit, right? Just, oh, get the next, and then people are conditioned, do the next latest and greatest thing. The next new thing that gets out. Oh, I'm not gonna feel like a human being on this planet unless I get that. I mean, how many freaking headaches have parents gotten because everybody else has one, right? It never flew in our household. No, we got stuff like in our Christmas stocking. We get stuff like the electricity bill, huh? I remember one year I got the electricity bill, and I think Jerry got the water bill, my brother. And we get like oranges and apples and like a pack of sugar-free gum, pencils, But Mom always did what she could to try and make things special, right? And then to this day, like, she lived, we always lived on a fixed income and stuff like that, and she would, sometimes go to the thrift store to get something, and my brother would just go eat, like, he's get incensed if you ever buy anything from him from a thrift store ever again. He's like, he'd freaking like, I wonder what would happen if his daughter or his wife went in and just like, oh, I found this at a thrift, like second, like, oh my God, he'd probably freaking or bring him a big old bowl of Jello, see what he does. Anyway, I know the holidays are hard for a lot of people. They are. I've struggled with them a lot of years. I remember one year I didn't get out of bed for 3 years. I lived in Omaha. It's before I even bought my house, and Mom came out and lived with me. So it was like 2005, 2006, 2007. And I was just out of the Air Force and working at a crappy job, around a bunch of freaking dudes in the bro club, and just enduring. I never lived. I just always put myself wherever I'd fit, never where I wanted to be, because wherever I wanted to be, other people didn't want me to be there. Damn it. That was 3 days I spent in bed because all this family, and that's one of the things that TV and movies and stuff, they don't do people no favors, because like people that have ever been around TV see that, and then they compare their insides with the outsides of like how it's supposed to look on TV, and they're just doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was doing life wrong so much in my life. I'm just doing it wrong. I can't make my life look like that. I can't make my life look like them. Heck, I can't even make friends. Damn, Chiron and Aries, it's hell, ain't it? Alright, I'm done yammering. Yeah, I'm way past the 30-minute mark. I'm done yammering. That's about all I got for